Good evening. It is Tuesday, April 13th, 2021. As we continue in our devotional look through the Gospel of Mark, we come to an instant in the life of Jesus where the various motives of the people surrounding him are made very clear. In Mark chapter 14, verses 1 through 9, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, second edition, it says, "It was now 2 days before Passover and the festival of unleavened bread. The leading priests and the teachers of religious law were still looking for an opportunity to capture Jesus secretly and kill him. But not during the Passover celebration, they agreed, or the people may riot. Meanwhile, Jesus was at Bethany at the home of Simon, a man who had previously had leprosy. While he was eating, a woman came in with a beautiful alabaster jar of expensive perfume made from essence of nard. She broke open the jar and poured the perfume over his head. Some of those at the table were indignant. 'Why waste such expensive perfume?' they asked. 'It could have been sold for a year's wages and the money given to the poor.' So they scolded her harshly. But Jesus replied, 'Leave her alone. Why criticize her for doing such a good thing to me? You will always have the poor among you, and you can help them whenever you want to. But you will not always have me. She has done what she could, and has anointed my body for burial ahead of time. I tell you the truth, wherever the good news is preached throughout the world, this woman's deed will be remembered and discussed.'" The religious leaders are still seeking an occasion to harm Jesus, but they were honestly afraid of the reaction of the crowd. They had a pretty nice gig going and a nice lifestyle, but if the crowds rioted, the Romans would crack down severely upon any breach of the peace, and they would lose their cushy positions. Jesus was busy eating at the home of a former leper. He got along with all of society's undesirables. A woman, who was unnamed by Mark, came in and broke open a bottle of single-use perfume and poured the perfume on Jesus' head. Now, if you know anything about perfume, the cheaper perfume comes in the larger bottles. The expensive perfumes come in little bitty bottles. The quart jars you get at the drugstores are the cheap stuff. This bottle comes from an herb that grows in the Himalayan area of northern India, Nepal, and Tibet. And it would have been imported and extremely expensive. Dr. Google says that the median household income in Arizona is $58,945. That essentially makes this about a $60,000 bottle of perfume. Some of them there were so indignant at what they saw as a waste of money. "We could have sold it and then given the money from your perfume to the poor." You know, I'm always less than impressed by those who constantly keep telling others to give charitably without regularly practicing it themselves. Jesus said basically, you're surrounded by the poor. If you want to help them, then give of your own money to go help them today with what you have. So many plan to do good deeds tomorrow. It just seems like tomorrow never comes. Instead of doing good deeds today and being giving today, Jesus said, "She has anointed my body for burial ahead of time." This unnamed woman had heard and understood Jesus to say that he would be buried. Jesus had been telling his followers for months that he would go to Jerusalem, be killed, be buried, and rise on the third day. Now, not all of them could hear this. Even some of those closest to him had trouble following what he was saying. This woman heard and understood. I want you to pray for God to give you understanding today. As you read his word, recognize there may be times that your understanding may be a little faulty, that there's room for growth through the years. Ask God for understanding. He will hear and grant you a growing knowledge and understanding of His Word as long as you seek it. May we all be students of the Word and grow in our understanding of it. God bless you.